Hey everyone, Myrick here, and welcome to Myrick's Minute. Love and blessings to everyone out there, and thanks for joining me today. And I'd like to take the time to say if you really like what we're saying here today, please hit that like and subscribe button because it really helps me out a lot. So jumping right into it, today's topic is having excuses isn't a good enough excuse. You know, I can remember that famous quote from Scarface when Tony Montana says, say hello to the bad guy. You guys need somebody like me to point your bleepity bleep fingers at. You know, that quote really stuck with me because Tony never made excuses for who he knew he was. But at the same time, he also pointed out the fact that people used who he knew he was to make themselves appear to be good or better than him. You know, see, as long as they had Tony around to point their fingers at, they could make excuses to themselves about their own misdeeds. As long as Tony was considered to be the bad guy, those people pointing the finger could tell themselves that they weren't all that bad. But you know, playing the blame game can be a very slippery, dangerous slope. It may be true that such and such may have happened, or this or that may have caused certain things to happen in our lives, certain situations to come about. But we have to ask ourselves, is that really the reason? Is that really the determining factor for our current situation? You know, the excuses that people give for their mistakes or misfortunes are not really the determining factor for their outcome. Yes, those facts may be contributing factors, but what determines if a person's current circumstances will be their accepted reality always has been and always will be an individual responsibility. You know, external factors are those circumstances or situations all around us that are out of our control. However, the determining factor that ultimately decides the acceptable outcome or the acceptable response and our solution is always 100% an individual responsibility. So what we need to do is we just need to stop playing that blame game for our own failures and for our success for that matter, because success is just as much as our responsibility as failure is. So let us just continue to stand in our own power and take responsibility, and knowing that having excuses will never, ever be a good enough excuse. Well, that's it today for Myrick's Minute. And I hope that what we shared here today was good for you as it was for me. It's always a blessing for me to be able to share those things that help me get going throughout the day. And like I said, if you like what we share here today, please take the time to hit that like and subscribe button, because it really helps both of us out a whole lot. It helps me to be able to keep returning and sharing these thoughts with you, and you know, being able to interact on a daily basis. So thanks again, love and blessings, and have a wonderful day.